Hi guys, today I'm going to show you guys how we pulled the wheel off of a Cat 627F scraper. And how we did it is here's the outside of it, and we have to change out a wheel seal. So here's what's left on the shaft there. And the wheel seal is this metal ring right here. So it's just like a roller on a Cat dozer. It's metal on metal, and you have to spread a thin film of film on it of oil, and that's actually what seals all your oil inside of your final drive there. And then here was the last thing that came out, was this giant bearing, and then here's the planetary housing, which that comes out separately. And then there was, before that, we pulled out our carrier that had our 3 planetaries all as one unit. That came out. That's all under that tarp there. And then let's see here. I believe this is, yeah, this would be the inside of the wheel here. So and this is the other half of the wheel seal on the outside. So looking at here, here's what you guys would have seen in the beginning there. And there was a small cover, which I believe would be this one right here. And what he did is he went ahead and he pulled out all the bolts except for one. He left it in there loose, and then he was able to take a crow's foot pry bar, only a little over a foot long, and pop it off of there. As soon as he pulled the bolts, they actually started falling off. And it does have a O-ring on there. And then after that, I believe it was this part here held the planetary on, because this here, well, after he pulled this here, this outside cover in the middle, I believe he was able to just pull the axle straight out. And then I believe after that, then we pulled whatever, these 6 bolts here. We're able to just take this cover off here. And the axle's underneath here. Big axle there. And so then he went ahead and he hooked a lifting eye onto the planetary assembly with a pretty long bolt. There's plenty of room there, and because he used his big boom truck here, it's a Peterbilt semi or whatever. I was able to lift that out of there, and then after we got that out, then he just hooked a normal chain onto here and was able to just lift that out. We didn't use any lifting eye. This is with the planetaries ride in. This is the planetary housing. And then this giant cover here, he took out all the bolts except for the top 2, and he stuck a bolt with a lifting eye in there and hooked a chain onto it, the hoist. And then at the bottom, he left one in there too. And then he had to tap out a hole here and a hole there somewhere on the cover, and that actually pressed the huge cover off of here. And of course, he drained the oil first out of the planetary. There's a drain plug. So yeah, that was about it.